Good day everybody, Alien Sama back with another unboxing video. From Figma and Max Factory comes Heavy Cruiser Prinz Eugen from the online browser game Kantai Collection, or Fleet Collection for you English people. This Figma is number 303 that was officially released in 2016 and the 11th month. This Figma is based on the heavy cruiser from World War II that was laid down on the 23rd of April in 1936 and officially commissioned on the 1st of August 1940. The actual ship measures 681 feet. Imagine if this lady was that tall. Goddamn! So here are all the things that will come inside your Figma 303 box. You have two faceplates that are extra, one extra hair, hands, an extra piece for your stand, a extra wrist joint for the hands, the pamphlet on how the figure goes together, and every Figma comes with this nice little baggie to put your parts in, which is kind of nice. I keep all my parts in my box personally. And then as well, on the figure itself that we already have set up, the box will also contain this weapon here, which is a part of the ship and a part of her. You'll also get, of course, the turrets and the weapons that belong with her. Her stand, which is right here, which will also be in the box in two separate pieces. So these are the two extra faceplates that come with the Figma. One is an aggressive, attacking pose, or I guess expression, and the other one is kind of a looking off to the side, weary or questionable pose. The one that's on her right now is just regular smiling and super cute. If you were lucky enough to order her or pre-order her directly from Good Smile, or maybe get her from a pre-order on eBay, you would have got an extra closed eye smiling faceplate. Also, if you don't want her to have her hat on, put this hair piece in and there won't be a nib. If you take her hat off right now, the way the figure is, you'll have a little insert hole on the hair, so you can have her with her hat or without her hat, which is kind of nice. As always, Figma comes with a lot of extra hands, which is great, so you can have them in different poses, holding different things. This hand right here is particularly for holding the small gun that she comes with to hold in her hand. The other hands are kind of generic poses. There's nothing really that comes with the Figma for these hands to hold, but if you have smaller items, accessories for your Figmas, these hands can definitely be used to hold. As well, you just have basic poses. A lot of Figmas come with these hands, especially female ones with no armor or any extra, I guess, texture on their hands. And as we pointed out before, just in case you break or misplace one of your wrist joints for her, she does come with one extra one, so take care of that, or maybe use it on a Figma that you had previously broke. It's very white, so you might have to be careful on which Figma you choose to replace the part with. The other piece for the stand is right here. Without this, the figure can go on the stand just fine. It works perfect. I'm not really sure what the point of this is. I think it might be to get a better reach or maybe better angle for your figure when you're posing her. But this is here if you'd like to use it, or use it on other figures and Figmas that are compatible with this neck joint for the stand. And as well, the pamphlet that comes with her, fully detailed on how to put everything onto her, how to take it off. This is showing replacing the cap, taking the hair off, replacing it, how to put the gun into the hand, other hands, the stands, basically all the pieces she comes with, which is nice. And last, but obviously certainly not least, the ship herself, Prinz Eugen Kantai Collection lady. I'm not good at pronouncing other languages. Heck, most English people can hardly speak English, and I'm one of them. Yay! But we do have her here. Another German cruiser. We got the Bismarck, which is an amazing ship, even though it didn't last very long in the war. But I love her. I love the actual ship. I love Kantai Collection. As being someone who's actually in the Navy, these things are right up my alley. Like, oh my god. I would like to see more ships. I'm very glad that there is a German and an American ship coming out. I have her pre-ordered already. I can't remember. I think it's the Iowa? I don't remember. So compared to the Bismarck, this is very good looking. Figma and Figuarts, or Bandai, I guess, they have a different way of going about how they make figures. The Bandai one is a lot more detailed, but if you're looking for an extremely smooth, get the details you need, and that basically put the figure across for what it is, Figma is always an amazing choice. Not to say that Figma doesn't do detailed figures, which they do. Some of their stuff is absolutely brilliant. But when it comes to more anime-esque figures, maybe, just maybe, Bandai might be the way to go. However, I have seen other people's unboxings of the Bandai Kantai collection figures, and the paint on some of them is horrific. Absolutely horrific. However, when it comes to Figma, I've trying to think so I can be honest. I don't think, or at least I can't recall a moment where I was like, ugh, look at the paint job here and there, and like looking everywhere where it's just like it looks bad. Bandai and especially SH Figuarts, they've got a real hit and miss when it comes to their paint jobs. But Figma is always spot on as far as I'm concerned. I haven't had any issues with them other than my horse one broke, but that was completely my own fault. Okay, so next is Poseability and all that fun stuff, because I always show you guys that. So to take the stand off and to put it on, there's a little hole right back here. And just pull that right out. It's a little stiff. It did take a little bit of twisting and turning to get it in. And whoop, there you go, just like that. And to take her off of the turrets, all you have to do is pull it apart. So when you're moving her from place to place, keep in mind the turrets are holding her. Whoops! The turrets are holding her. She is now holding the turrets. So if you pick the figure up by her, the turrets and the stand are going to fall right off. There's not a lot of grip between her and the turrets, so try and make sure she's on a stable platform and nothing's going to be rattling and shaking because she might fall off. Very nice, extremely detailed. It's got everything you need. The turret here has the paint job on it, and if you can see that little thing right there, that is actually hatched to go inside and do maintenance on the actual turret if it were on the actual ship. Very detailed, very nice looking. It does get across the metal / plated armor look, which is really, really nice. So as you may have noticed, her hand does not have a very good grip on the weapon. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's just the hand in general, or if maybe my hands were a little bit warped or whatever through shipping, but her hand, this hand right here, which is made to grip that weapon, is not very good at holding it, to be honest. So I have this hand supporting the weapon while she's holding it so it doesn't fall off. As for Figma flexibility, the best thing about Figmas is if it doesn't have long hair or long hair that comes all the way down, their heads are fairly flexible most of the time. Her little pigtails that are on the side, you can actually take them off. It's just a ball joint stuck into her head. Her head is fairly flexible, which is nice. Of course, she can 360 like a demon, look all around, very posable. The only joint that's on the head is right there. There's none inside of her neck. So you completely are rotating on that axis. Haha, axis tournament. Oh, God. She's got a very nice anchor detail. I love the anchor that's on the chest of some of these, which is great. Her uniform is absolutely fantastic. She's got the Iron Cross, some of the signaling flags that would have been used on the ship on her arm. Her shoulders are very flexible, as you can tell. You can pivot them up and down just like that, back and forth. She's got full flexibility of her arms, which is super nice. Go all the way up, up. I guess kind of basic human flexibility with both arms. I'm never afraid to break a Figma when I'm testing out the joints, which is very good. As for her waist isn't entirely flexible. There's just a joint right in here, which you can tell as I've been moving her, because it's been moving. It can spin all the way around, which I'm okay that they only have a joint up here there. Some people would like a joint here, so there's a little more flexibility, but I think it's kind of the art of the figure, not just the fact that she's posable, because they want the nice, flat, non-broken up look of the torso, so you can get all these nice clothing wrinkle details, and her stomach details, which is pressed right up against her skin. Very tight uniform without having joints breaking up the flow. As for her legs, Figma is very good at making petite anime legs. Thigh gap, but still a nice thigh meat there, which is good. Her Unfortunately for her, this big plate in the back and her skirt here does prevent her legs from moving a bit, but it's not like she should be doing much other than skating around on the water, destroying enemy ships or enemy aliens. But fairly flexible. Knee joints, very good. Ankle can pivot. The German ships have much more armored ankles than most of the other ships that I've noticed so far. Here. There is a joint all the way up in there, but it's mostly just for pivoting the hips, which I'm okay with. Very flexible, very easy to pose. Figma is very nice for their joints. The joints are extremely smooth, hold no matter which angle you put them at, which is great. And I haven't had any issues with Figma joints loosening up over time. But I don't really pose them that often. I kind of put them in a static pose that I like, put them on my shelf, dust them off every few weeks, and then maybe repose them again. But she is absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad I got her. I'm so glad. And I'm so glad they're making the German ships. When they started making these originally, I was like, please make that German ships. And here they are. So, now that we took a look at her, let's take a look at her weaponry, her arsenal. So here is the weapons that come with her. It comes all in one piece just like this as you take it in the box. It has a few moving pieces. This can open and close, which is, I really love that it can open and close like this, because then the front here looks like an actual ship, which is great. Each ship lady's turrets are different in how they move and how they pose, also depending on which brand you buy as well. This one, for both sides, it can rotate. Each of these are individual, so you can move them up and down, and that's as far as they go. These rotate as well, but they only rotate side to side. Open and close. These ones right here, they move all the way in, all the way back, and they also have this. And rotate. Rotate, damn it. Rotate. Very stiff, but it does rotate, and as well, each turret can move individually on its own or together. Very nice. Highly recommended. If you like these, definitely get the Prinz. Or Prinz. So here she is, Figma 303. German heavy cruiser. Just for you guys from Kantai Collection. Thank you so much, Kantai Collection. Please make the game English so I can actually play it. And thank you guys, as always, for watching. We'll see you guys next unboxing video. Peace out, guys. Alien Sama signing off. Bye-bye. Woo.